This goes back, I think, 40 or 50 years. The same oath of office is taken by every official of the federal government except the president. The wording there is a little bit different, but the meaning is identical. We have a Constitution. It is our duty to protect it and our duty to abide by it. On taking an oath of office, members of the House of Representatives and Senators are assuming the obligation to understand that the authority they have just been granted comes exclusively from the Constitution and therefore is subject to the limits imposed by the Constitution. So it was very natural for people in the first, second, third decades to have to puzzle through themselves to make sure that they were applying with their oath. But over time, of course, in 200 years, you've covered just about every situation where there might be a constitutional question. It doesn't mean they have disappeared. The Supreme Court is being asked constantly to examine a new situation with respect to a specific constitutional provision. Judges are trained to scrutinize and to try to see what the little differences are that might apply to this situation versus that situation. That is not part of the training of people who end up in Congress. There's always a new application that is not clearly within the what has been built up over the years. And under those circumstances, I believe there is an obligation on every member of Congress to satisfy himself that what he's asked to do is appropriate. If there are doubts, they have the obligation to satisfy them, not as they think a judge might in the future decide it, but as to whether they themselves believe that the Constitution requires them to act in one way or another. The oath of office commits you to take this Constitution seriously, to abide by its provisions and not to exceed what it authorizes you to do. A senator is supposed to legislate, and that means you have opinions as to what is desirable and undesirable, and you pursue them vigorously. A judge, on the other hand, has to erase any particular opinions he has as to what is desirable and undesirable and focus exclusively on what the law requires. Two different jobs, totally different jobs.